Good evening once again, viewers, and welcome to this live broadcast of 30th Bukhatir League 2024 powered by FanCode. It's a beautiful evening and we're all set for the second quarterfinal, which will be played between Gems Education and Brickwork Development here in the iconic Sharjah Bukhatir Stadium. Well, let's head down in the middle where we have Asim with the two captains for the all-important toss.
Time for the second quarterfinals. It is the 30th Bukhatir T20 League powered by FanCode. It is Brickwork Development taking on Gems Education. I have the two men that matter the most, in fact three of them, including the match referee. I have Zafar Raja, the skipper of Gems Education, the match referee Mr. Tehseen Javed, and the skipper of Brickwork Development, Hamdan Tahir. Zafar Raja, the home skipper, is going to flip the coin. Let's give it a flip. Heads is the call, loud and clear. And it's come down as tails.
I think we'll bat first.
Zafar opted to bat, going with your strengths. What do you make out of this particular knockout battle?
Listen, you only get one chance, right? So, they're a good side. Obviously, we both deserve to be in the quarterfinals. Looking forward to the game. I watched the match last night, would you believe it? My wife got upset that I was watching cricket when I should have been focusing on them. But, if it's the same wicket, I kind of have a rough idea how it's going to play. So I thought better to get the runs on the board first and try and defend it.
Well, what's that rough idea in your mind?
I always say the same thing. Our target is always, 180. We certainly have the batting strength to do that, as you saw in the last match. I think the last match was everything coming together, and hopefully we'll do that again.
Well, taking you a couple of tournaments back, there's always been a learning. One of those elements has been the batting side, which has not been up to the mark. That has something which has improved. What has been the reason behind that?
Two things, actually. A little bit of extra work in the nets, which is really, really important. Actually, probably three things. The balance in terms of the sequence, the guys settling into the positions. And more importantly, they carry out the instructions that we kind of decide as a team beforehand. And then, once they start implementing that, as you saw, it comes off well. It's when, we kind of fall a bit short of that we have challenges. But I think, we're doing well. We've improved. The main thing is the team progresses and the guys perform better. So that's the thing.
Well, any particular area that you would want to focus more or put pressure more on to get the better out?
Yeah, I think in the batting, I think even some of our middle orders, they need to improve their strike rate. So they all have a target, by the way. So we kind of look at data a lot. I think that's important. And I think on the bowling side, I think the kind of number of runs we give away per over, we need to improve on that. I know everybody's watching the IPL and it's big runs and everything, but I'm still old school. I think all the bowlers need to do a little bit of containment, not just go for the wickets.
Well, out of the entire thing, I love that part. Data and numbers, I love it. All the way, you guys give us a good game.
Very much. Thank you.
Hamdan, happy to field first?
Honestly, we decided to field first because last game that's what we did. We were fielding first, so we had a good total on the board and we chased it down easily. Honestly, the wicket looks different from the last game, looks better to bat first, but then I've discussed my senior players, they said that there might be due later on, so it'll be easier to bat later on.
Well, now the entire complexion or the entire biasness that we were talking about of dimensions coming into play, that's taken away. What are your thoughts being that element to the game, being a left-hander? How do you take that?
I mean, we played the last tournament and so many people said that why are we fielding first or why are we batting first. So what we said was if there are few advantages while batting second or batting first, there are disadvantages as well. So we've got a better combination today. Fayaz Bhai is back today, he's playing for us. Let's see how it goes.
Well, apart from Fayaz, any other changes in the side?
Yes, Sakib Manchar is back again.
Well, all the very best. Give us a good game.
Thank you.
Well, certainly news from the centre is that Gems Education, they have won the toss and they have opted to bat first.
Then Gems Education winning the toss and opting to bat first. Gems Education, the captain Zafar Raja, Naik Mohammad Daud Ijaz, a very dynamic player. Sajid Iqbal with the gloves, Mohammad Anwar Khan, Shahid Nawaz, followed by the bowlers Shahid Iqbal Bhuta, Muhammad Ali, Hazrat Bilal, Saeed Hamza and Ahmed Khalil. And have a look at Brickwork Development. Fayaz Ahmed making a comeback in a very important game, followed by Israr Ahmed. Got Wajid Khan, Mayank Chaudhary, Shahbaz Ali, the experienced left-arm orthodox Harry Barwal, Hamdan Tahir with the glove work, Manpreet Singh, Sapadeep Singh, Rahul Chopra, followed by Saqib Manshad. Right, then we're expecting to have an absolute thriller. Both these sides are equally well balanced and have got some star-studded players in their lineup. One is right on your screen, Mohammad Anwar Khan, scoring that blistering 100 in that all-important game. And what a stage once again. Playing a quarter-final and knockout game. Saqib Manshad will be handed over the new ball duties. And to talk more with me in the comm box will be Abdullah Mazhar. Welcome, Abdullah.
Good evening, viewers. Market to start the innings. Well left delivery by the batsman.
Well, straight away taking Anwar Khan by surprise. That ball kept really low. How's the first delivery of the match? And we'll have to look at that again. Completely took Anwar Khan by surprise. You can clearly see he's just having a word with his partner, Naik. Saqib Manshad, a very experienced campaigner, does usually start off with the new ball. Watchfully played, and he will be off the mark. So first runs on the board from Anwar Khan.
Whereas two champion teams playing each other on a very humid day in Sharjah.
Yeah, they've got some really quality players in their lineups. If you talk about Brickwork, they've got Fayaz Ahmed, the likes of Mayank Chaudhary, Harry Barawal, Manpreet Singh, Sapadeep Singh, Rahul Chopra. They're all quality players. And Gems Education are no less. They've got explosive batsmen in their side as well. So first extras of the innings. Bowling a bit too wide, trying to shape that ball away from that right-hander. And watchfully left by Nayak. Oh, once again, trying to go for that big hit and another extra to the tally. So Saqib Manshad just not getting his directions right early on in the innings. Well, we know the quality of this man, Saqib Manshad, does have the knack of picking up early wickets for his team, and what an opportunity and what an occasion playing a quarter-final for his side. Does pick up wickets early on in the innings. And straight away we can see he's getting that away movement from the right-hander. Not getting the direction right once again is Saqib Manshad. So that's going to be 3 wides on the trot.
It's a do and die situation for both the teams. Manshad has to keep his line straight to the batsman and try and avoid these extra wides.
Well, usually he's a very disciplined bowler. He's very experienced with this new ball, knows where to pitch the ball, where the right areas are. It's too early days now for Saqib / Anamis. That too was very close to be given another wide.
Lucky here, Saqib Manshad to get away with this delivery.
He's been one of their premier bowlers, has been Saqib Manshad for Brickwork development. Oh, excellent delivery. Just wearing his pace, bowling that off-cutter very early on in the innings.
A great comeback by Saqib Manshad. It's a very slow track today. Wes, what do you think the target will be set by Gems Education?
Well, you've seen in the past games in the group stages, team batting first when they score 140. Even that score gets very tough to chase down. Wicket keeps low, especially in the second innings. So we'll have to see how this wicket plays. What a delivery. Excellent delivery. So good comeback by Saqib. Was a bit wayward, given away a few extras, but has made a good comeback. So just 5 runs as of now in his 5 deliveries.
Saqib Manshad slowly getting his line back, and this is good news for Brickwork.
Well, more than 2 occasions he's past that bat of both these openers. I wouldn't mind him having a slip early on in the innings and put that extra pressure on the opponents. Driven straight into the hands. So a good over for Brickwork come to the end. After one, Gems Education are 5 for no loss. Harry Barwal has been handed over the new ball duties. He's going to be bowling from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end, and that is not a surprise decision to me at all. He's been absolutely prolific throughout the tournament. He's the second highest wicket taker as of now, picking up 7 wickets in the 3 games he's played. Nice delivery, right on the money. Darting towards those stumps, that's going away towards the fine leg region, will be cut off before the batsman will come back for a second.
That was a short delivery by Harry Barwal to start up with. And a lucky 2 runs taken by Naik Mohammed.
Very disciplined bowler, Harry Barwal. Hardly gives you any bad deliveries, any freebies. He will keep it wicket to wicket. Got that long on and a deep mid wicket in place. We'll have a look at that. Good delivery once again. Just adjusting his length, bowling a bit shorter and a bit quicker. For the batsman will come for a single. Harry Barwal is one of those bowlers. He's been very successful with the new ball. And that is what makes him very special. Knows how to control this new ball. You know, it's not easy to be bowling with the new ball when you know there's lacquer on the ball, but this man, he's been absolutely fantastic throughout the tournament. Drifting towards the pads, not getting the connection is Anwar.
Another beautiful delivery bowled by Harry Barwal, the champion bowler.
But if there's one man they would like to say they're back, would be Anwar. He was absolutely destructive in the last game, scoring 103 and hitting those 9 maximums. A very dangerous batsman. Slow and a steady start. He's played 6 deliveries and is on 2 runs. So a rather watchful start by Anwar Khan. Keeping him quiet is Brickwork development.
Another very careful single taken by Anwar. He's going slow at the moment.
It's played uppishly towards the cover region, and that will be the first boundary of the innings. Excellent shot coming in from the bat of Naik.
A beautiful shot, lofted over covers for 4 runs by Naik.
Wasn't a bad delivery at all. Have a look at that. Just making some room and hitting it powerfully towards that cover region. So good thinking and smart batting by this man, Naik. They'll be very careful when they're playing Harry Barwal. They know the experience of this man. They won't be taking too many chances against Harry Barwal. Perfect delivery. Right in the block hole. Chance. And the batsman has made it safely. So after 2, 13 for no loss. Saqib Mansur to continue. Width given on that occasion, but Anwar completely can see not getting the connection on that occasion.
Great bowling by Mansur. He is not giving any room to the batsman.
A very interesting field setup for Saqib Mansur. He's got that deep square leg and a deep point in place. So the third man and the fine legger in the circle. I think the idea would be to bowl fuller and shorter. Nicely punched. Good bowling by Saqib. He's pitching the ball up, and that is what you need to do when you're bowling with the new balls. Make the batsman play, because we know the ball will jag around for the first 6 to 7 overs, and that is when you need to pick the wickets.
A very unusual field set for the batsman, Anwar.
Well, both these batsmen, Anwar and Nayak, we know they love to play their shots early on in the innings. To try to lay the platform for their side. Oh, have a look at that delivery. That kept very low.
There is uneven on the wicket, uneven bounce on the wicket.
I would love to see one ball bowling right onto the stumps and then keeping low. It'll be very interesting how the batsman will tackle those kind of deliveries. That's not the first time we are seeing Abdullah. We saw in the first over. In fact, the first ball bowled in the innings was very much similar to this one.
Certainly, it kept very low.
Nicely played and a good single taken. So Mansur, we can clearly see he's not giving any pace to either of these batsmen. He's slowing his pace, bowling those cutters. And as we said earlier, it is keeping low, and it's not an easy wicket to play and where you can just go in and play your free-flowing strokes. You need to get a hold of the wicket, get those singles, doubles, and then go about your game.
Certainly, that was very carefully watched and played by Anwar.
Comes down the track and completely misses it. Once again, a good variation coming in from Saqib Mansur. Excellent over. Brilliant figures. That is the start which Saqib Mansur provides to his team.
This is the start you need from your premium bowlers to come in and bowl tight right up the innings.
He's a smart bowler. Loves his cricket, rather enjoys his cricket, and that is exactly what we're seeing today. Pulled away nicely. And that's going to be another boundary coming in from the bat of Nayak. Saqib is not pleased with that effort. Nonetheless, that will be a good over coming to the end. Gems Education are 18 for no loss. A very sedate start after 3 overs. Going at 6 runs per over. Shahbaz has been introduced into the attack. Oh, excellent delivery. Getting a bit of carry. Shahbaz, one of those experienced bowlers. We'll have a look at that last boundary. It was beautifully picked. Once again, the ball kept low and a valiant effort. Should have been stopped at this level.
Shabazz is a very steady customer that nipped off the wicket, unlike the previous overs.
What a delivery. That has certainly surprised the batsman Anwar. That ball held its line and shaped away from the right-hander. So that'll give a lot of encouragement early on to Shabazz.
It's a very good start by the by Brickwork development. Very good bowling start by Shabazz and Saqib Manshad.
Yeah, they've kept them quiet. And that is the ideal start. I won't be surprised if one of those batsmen, or either one of these batsmen, will get frustrated and just throw away the wicket. That is what you don't need. Nicely played. It will be cut off and they will settle just for a single.
Well played by Anwar towards the third man for a single. That could have been a double if they would have pushed the first run hard.
I think Brickwork development, they've done a fantastic job keeping Anwar quiet. He's on 4 and he's already played 13 deliveries and we're in the power play. This is where the openers, they try to play their shots, accumulate those runs and get your team to a flying start. But today is not the occasion. They've done excellent work, have Brickwork development. Oh, that's cut away hard. And that is racing away towards the boundary. No stopping that. That went like a tracer bullet. We'll have to look at that shot again. That was struck with some fierce power.
That was cruised towards the point for 4 runs. A beautiful shot. Just look at that shot. Bisecting both the fielders for 4 runs. Naik Mohammed looking strong.
Very contrasting innings. Anwar 4 and 13, and have a look at that. Naik, he's looking dangerous. He moved on to 16 in just 9 deliveries. Nice delivery, good comeback. Saw the batsman making some room and just followed him, bowled that short delivery right onto the body and completely took Naik by surprise. Just the boundary given in the over. Shabazz is going to bowl his last delivery and will definitely try to finish this strong over. Brick development, they've done a pretty decent job as of now. Hardly given away any runs. 24 in 3.5, they'll take it any day. Excellent delivery, slower delivery, tap and run. Brilliant coordination between these two batsmen. Gems Education are 25 for no loss after 4. Great delivery. Right on the money. Saqib Manshad once again. Top class delivery.
Looking very good, Saqib. Bowling on those tight lines. And Gems Education are failing to read him.
He's keeping things very simple, is Abdullah. He's just bowling in those right areas and waiting his pace. He's not trying to do anything extraordinary, anything out of the box. Just keeping it simple once again. Good delivery. Batsman dancing down the track using his feet but not getting the connection.
Other than the few extras he gave in the first over, other than that, he's bowled very well, Saqib Manshad.
That was a close call, but a very good call once again by the umpire. Gems Education, they love to win the toss and bat here. They've done absolutely phenomenal in the previous games. They've got the second highest total, where they scored 210 runs in the first innings. Wide once again.
A touch favored by Sakib. Another extra added to the total.
And I wouldn't mind if Sakib Manshan could just get a slip in there or maybe a catching gully, put that extra pressure on Anwar. Clearly we can see Brickwork Development having that upper hand, dominating on Anwar. Nice delivery, opening the face of the bat. And that's not good. They will scamper back for a second. So sloppy work in the deep. That's not going to please the bowler, Sakib.
That was very quick running by the batsman, Anwar and Naik Mohammed.
Flicked away nicely. Just drifting towards the pass. Batsman looking for two and will get it comfortably. So good running once again by these two batsmen.
Anwar slowly picking up. Another 2 runs taken in the deep towards the square leg. Very well placed.
A slow and steady start, but the good news is that Anwar is still in the middle. We know how destructive he could be if he stays in the middle. That 100 in the last game was a very destructive one. That's played uppishly, and that is going towards the boundary. So Anwar is on the move now.
Slowly he's picking up. What a beautiful shot towards the covers. He didn't intend to play it along the ground. That was lofted over the covers for 4 runs.
Sakib Mansur just getting a bit predictable, bowling those outside of some channel deliveries, and how well did he pick that? Well, absolutely right, Abdullah. He had no intentions to keep that along the carpet, and that's very smart batting, knowing the fielders are in the circles. So good over for Gems Education. Beautiful comeback. What a delivery. So a good eventful over comes to the end. Gems Education are 34 for no loss. Shabazz to continue. Bowled away, economical over, giving away just 7 runs. We will continue proceedings. That cut away nicely in the gap. What a strike coming in from the blade of Nayak. Wasn't all that bad a delivery, but have a look at that flow of the blade.
What a shot by Naik. Looking very good. Hit it hard towards the point for 4 runs.
Well, straight away putting some pressure on Shabazz into the last over of the power play. And both these batsmen, they've decided to play a few lofted strokes. It's a very sedate start, rather watchful, but I think they've done well. Oh, what a hit. What a brilliant shot coming in from Nayak once again. He's making his intentions clear. He's absolutely middling everything.
That shot has been pumped towards the long on area, and they're picking up slowly.
But he tried to bowl that slower delivery, and it was in his arc, in his range, and he's very strong in that area. Picked up that slower delivery and hit that for a boundary. So back-to-back boundaries in this over. Oh, he's going to be very disappointed. Clearly, we can see the opportunity was created. It was a short delivery going towards those pads, and Naik just couldn't get that connection on his bat.
A missed opportunity by Naik. Very disappointed. Nevertheless, he has 3 more balls to go after Shabazz.
Well, he's already struck a couple of boundaries. He can just knock it around, wait for those bad deliveries. Makes room, pulls it, and protection in the deep. So both these batsmen are looking very solid in the middle.
Certainly Uwais, very solid. And another single taken, powerfully hit, but there was a fielder for protection.
Let me tell you, Abdullah is one of those bowlers, Shabazz. He doesn't like to go for many runs. He's very economical, does pick up wickets for his team. And straight away we can see Naik putting that extra pressure on him and utilizing this last over of the power play to its full potential. Excellent running, tap and run. This is brilliant cricket by Gems Education. Started off slow and steady, but they've picked up the pace now. Good over coming in for Gems Education. That is what was required. It was a very slow and a sedate start, but they've picked up very well and have scored 44 runs. That's in the air. Fielder circling under it. He takes it. Oh, he juggles. He drops it. He's dropped Naik. What a big miss.
That was a sitter that has been dropped on the last ball of the power play. Gems Education, 45 for no loss after 6 overs.
Rather than power play done and dusted, Gems Education 45 for no loss, and they'll be pretty pleased with this performance. Manpreet Singh has now been introduced from the Bukhatir end. Oh, what a delivery. Excellent channel straight away, and we could see once again the ball keeping low. We'll have a look at that drop catch, trying to flick that away, not getting the ideal connection and outside edge, and have a look at that. 1, 2, 3, and goes down. Well, these catches needs to be taken at this level of the game, especially when you're playing a knockout game. We'll have to wait and see how costly this could be. Naik is looking very destructive, and he was dropped on 27. Perfect delivery. Bamboozled the batsman, but that's going to be 2 runs. So good running once again by both these batsmen.
Quick running by both of them. Naik didn't middle it to his perfection, but still scampered for 2 runs.
That's quick single, and they're going to make it. So this is excellent cricket. They're not only playing those big shots, but they're making sure that they're not playing too many dot deliveries. They're taking those singles and doubles when on offer, and that is what makes these two batsmen special. Excellent start for Gems Education.
Intelligent cricket by both these batsmen. They're not letting the singles go. Whenever there's an opportunity, they take the odd doubles as well.
Yeah, they started off a bit shakily, but have coped up really well. Went 7th over and no wickets down for Gems Education. Nicely played and well bowled as well. So good cricket all around. Once again, tapping and taking that single.
Manpreet is bowling on a very tight line, and he's not giving any room to the batsman.
Yeah, that is what he does, and that is the class of this man, Manpreet. Very experienced with the old ball. Does have the tendency to reverse in the latter part of the game. Nicely bowled and nicely played once again. They're just asking for a backup.
Good fielding at the point region.
It was very surprising to me when I saw Harry Barwal just bowling that 1 over and was taken out of the attack. There must be some strategy and planning from the captain of Brickwork Development. Very experienced bowler is Harry Barwal. Excellent over. Just giving away the 5 runs in the 7th over. So Gems Education are 50 for no loss in 7. And to no surprise, Harry Barwal has now been introduced from the Sharjah Cricket Academy and lofted towards the mid-wicket region. Fielder giving it a chase. We'll cut that off before the batsman will come back for a second. And as we speak, we have a change in the comm box. It will be the dashing Asim to join us. Welcome, Asim.
Thank you, Wes. Good evening to all the cricket fanatics joined in from across the globe, watching this exciting battle. No way out battle between the two teams. Gems taking on Brickwork Development. We are into the business end of the tournament where there's no looking back from here. You either get into the semi-finals or you go back home.
Well, this is going to be a very interesting contest. The highest run scorer, Anwar, against the second highest wicket taker, Harry Barwal. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic contest.
Well, certainly these matchups are lovely to have in the game of cricket, especially when we are talking about the knockout stages. You'd always want to make sure that you win the battle out against your fellow competitor. And everyone would play their skins out. Just like that. Playing it with deft touch. Brilliant stuff here from Anwar. He loves to play and bat against spinners. And that's a pure class from him.
So the contest, as far now, is being won by this man Anwar. That is really smart batting. Saw Harry Barwal bowling that quicker deliveries and using his pace and guiding it towards the third man region. Harry Barwal, he was absolutely brilliant in the last game, Asim. He bowled 4 overs, gave away just the 8 runs and picked 3 wickets. That's simply brilliant.
Well, that's what defines his class. He's been one of my favorites and one of those best experiences I'd had as far as my experience with IGM was concerned is the fact that I could have a player like Harry debut his domestic circuit in UAE for our team and to continue to play with that sort of a loyalty. That's the kind of character he is. Just not someone who loves to switch around teams. Ensures that you would always have his back. Well, a lot of interesting stories there, but time for a quick short break. 58 for no loss after 8. So far, Anwar obviously with that big century in the previous game, taking the leaderboard, 158 runs. Akif Fazal with 133. Sardar Behzad, good to see him among the ranks, 128 runs. Krishna Karate with 195. Yasir Kaleem, 119 in 4 games. So a lot of good names out here. And Ronak Panoli definitely catching the ranks here. Even though he's not amongst those runs, he's still able to make up the top 10 run getters with 108 runs. So it's just about 1 or 2 innings and he will climb up the ladder.
Excellent delivery, nicely played, and sloppy work by the fielder in the point region will allow them to come for a second.
Looks like he's still in the vacation mode there for Yaz Ahmed.
That's not required. The captain himself letting that go. A very good start here from James Education, and I wouldn't be surprised if both these batsmen now start to play their free-flowing strokes. They've got good batting depth in their lineup.
Yes, certainly, one good thing is that they have not let any wickets fall here. However, the rate at which they have scored is not something which is very impressive. They would want to ensure that they better it. And you can see that being bettered by Naik Mohammed with his very Naik intentions for Gems Education. So that's something which he would want to carry, lessen the burden on Anwar, who is playing the second fiddle here, relatively slow, under run a ball. However, it's your partner who complements you well and ensures that you get back on track. No worries, I'll take care of the rest of the bowlers. Oh, trying to give it a wild swing there, missing the line completely. And with the kind of power that he generates, it's just that connection out of the middle of the bat that is needed. Even the fielders scared to put an effort there to stop those balls when he hits them with the middle of the bat.
Gives a lot of room, shuffling towards that offside, not getting the connection. It's a smart bowling here by Manpreet. I think Gems Education have done a pretty decent job considering the bowling strength which Brickwork hold, and also the wicket we know does have the tendency to keep low. We saw that in the first power play, and as the day goes by it becomes more tough and difficult to bat. We've seen in the group stages as well.
Well, it's only one factor that will differentiate whether the wicket is going to get better or it's going to get worse. It's the dew. If the dew comes in, it's going to get a lot better. But if it gets If it doesn't come through, mind you, it's going to be a very tough run chase here if they manage to get about 165, 170 runs on board. Yes, they are very heavy in terms of the batting lineup, but you always need to ensure that the conditions are kept in mind.
Oh, that's hit hard towards the mid-wicket, and that will be a maximum. What a hit coming in from the blade of Anwar. Pick the bones out of it. What a way to end the 9th over. Gems Education are 68 for no loss.
Coming to Nick Mohammed, well, some turn on offer. That's a good sign. I'm sure wicketkeeper Hamdan Tahir definitely have a word with the skipper. That was a 6 of the last ball towards square leg. Saqib was interested in a moment, but I think it was timed so beautifully that all he could do was just be a spectator.
Nicely flighted delivery, giving a lot of air. The batsman will come back for a second. Excellent running once again, and what coordination between these two.
Well, for a second it felt that Nick Mohammed didn't want to come back, but it's just pressure that was being applied there by Anwar to get back on strike. And this is how you can cover up your innings. Look at that. Anwar now run a ball, 31 of 31. He's set, he's faced about 5 overs, slightly in excess of that. Becomes relatively easier. Again, a very good shot on the back foot and pierce the gap to perfection. This is excellent batting here from Anwar. Took his time and now making full use of the opportunity.
Well, definitely we can clearly see shifting gears now. Harry Barwal once again bowling that quicker delivery, and how well did he get on position and cut that fiercely towards the point region for another boundary.
Well, when you have someone who plays the spinners better, who is very good square of the wicket on either of the sides, you would not want to offer them that sort of a width, because he's very strong on the offside as much as he's on the on. However, that pace on offer makes it relatively a lot easier.
I completely agree with you, Asim. I think they've just given a lot of width, as you said earlier. And for my liking, they've been bowling a bit quicker. The time we see the bowling's going slower, flighting those deliveries, we've seen perches on this track.
That's played over the fielder for a maximum. For a second, I felt he has mistimed that, but that connection was absolutely mesmerizing.
Well, I second to that, Asim. I thought that was a mistimed shot, but excellent use of those feet, dancing down the track, and have a look at that shot. That is fierce power of this man, Anwar. He's on a roll and on the move.
It looks like he's on a war against Harry Barwal. He's taking him for cleaners here.
Absolutely. He's sighting the ball beautifully. He's raced on to 41. It was a rather very slow and sedate start, Asim.
Well, it's exactly a very opposite, or I would say a very unusual sort of an approach coming in here from Gems. How often have we seen teams start ballistic in the power play? However, they go a bit sedate from over number 7th to 13th, but that's an exact opposite what they have done here. They've managed to up the scoring rate to 8.1 at the halfway mark. That's something which is brilliant. Looking forward to the next half of the innings. 10 overs, 81 for no loss, and the second half of the innings would be commenced here. Manpreet will continue operating from the Bukhatir end now. What's interesting here is a very different and a very unusual approach here from Gems. Or maybe because of the fact that they have wickets in hand, they're trying to go ballistic and try to cover up as many runs as possible and not worry about the wickets, because they would have some players who could cover it up. We'll have to wait and see how they go about things against the fast bowlers.
Perfect delivery. A good comeback delivery from Manpreet. I completely agree with you, Asim. It's a very different approach from Gems Education. They've come with a plan and a strategy. It was a very sedate and a slow start, but how well they've picked up. They've raced to 83 and we're just in the 11th over. And considering the batting depth which they hold, I think both these batsmen will have the license to start playing aggressive strokes and make this, or rather turn this into a big one. Mind you, it's the all-important quarter-final.
Yeah, it's for the spot in the semi-finals, and you want to ensure that you're giving it everything. Oh, that was a very, very good delivery from Manpreet that nipped in. And Naik Mohammed, well, his intentions are pretty loud and clear here. He wants to get some quick fire runs here for the team. Even though it's about sacrificing his wicket, doesn't matter. All he wants to do is just make sure some quick runs so that a platform is set for the players to follow. Like Dawood Ijaz definitely would be one of them to look forward to. Sajid Iqbal, yet another prolific batter.
Pull that towards the square leg region. Or not good fielding efforts once again in the deep will allow the batsman to scamper for another 2 runs. So once again, very good coordination between these two. The moment they see a fielder fumbling, they straight away have that nod and go for that second run.
Well, pretty ordinary stuff here. These are those moments in the game where you want to put pressure onto the opposition, and that's exactly what Brickwork development are not developing in their side.
Well, absolutely awesome. Watchfully played. Anwar is moved on to 45 once again, rising to the occasion, scoring that blistering 100 in the last game. And have a look at that, 45, just 5 runs shy from his half century in a very important game.
To those who have joined us now, it might look like a very slow innings here from Anwar, but the way he started versus the way he has covered it up has been phenomenal, and that's what sets him apart from the rest of the boys in the side. He knows how to cover up things. That's up in the air, and it will stay in the air while it crosses the rope. A big hit from the bat of Naik Mohammed. He gets into his 40s as well, and that's the end of 11.93 for no loss. They've tried everything. Now they're trying Mayank Chaudhary, a part-time off-break bowler. At times when your full-time bowlers don't work, you go and experiment with part-time, who has been treated with the same medicine, and Anwar gets to his 50 in style. Now someone needs to speak to the skipper of Brickwork development that this man is super strong against spinners.
Well, definitely the experience hasn't worked on that occasion. What a way to welcome Mayank Chaudhary. Short delivery, and have a look at that, rocking on that back foot. And he's hit that with some fierce power. What a way to get to his half century. Once again, a brilliant innings coming in from the bat of Anwar Khan.
One shot of 100. Look at how well they have converted this start, which was a slow one. They've capitalized onto the situation after power play. We don't see that quite often. But look at that. If spinners keep on operating, you would see these shots quite often as far as Anwar is out there.
Well, absolutely, Asim. And straight away putting Mayank Chaudhary, he's not a regular bowler. He's, mind you, a part-timer, and he's coming to bowl when these two batsmen are looking very dangerous. So Mayank Chaudhary will have to be very careful.
That's a lot better delivery. I think targeting the stumps. You have to bowl a bit slower through the air. I think it's just that offering pace against Anwar. And being a spinner, he just licks his lips the moment he sees a spinner operating.
Yeah, I think Asim, a medium pacer here won't be a bad ploy. We're clearly seeing the spinners are struggling, and what a good shot will be cut out by the fielder.
Well, I would have loved to have one fast bowler operating, which they are doing it from the other end, that is Manpreet, especially against Anwar, because he is not very comfortable against. Yes, he has hit 1-6 in the previous over, but generally he is not comfortable against the fast bowlers. Now, how often have we seen an opener not being comfortable against fast bowlers?
Yeah, that is a very strange thing. It's the openers who love to hit those medium paces, those fast bowlers, and what a start by both these batsmen. Naik is now on 45, just 5 runs away, and he's hit that. He's launched that into the orbit. That's a huge maximum coming from the blade of Naik. He reaches his half century with style.
Well, looks like spectators, supporters of Gems, they decided to go for their dinner, but they suddenly stopped after seeing this onslaught. The plates were in the air. And look at that. If the ball keeps sailing into the stands that frequently, why would you want to go and have your dinner? Special meal is on offer.
Well, a better comeback delivery, but nonetheless, a very expensive over coming in from Mayank Chaudhary, giving 16 runs in the 12th over. Gems Education have raced on 109 for no loss in 12.
Is what we would be targeting, and if they go at this rate, I'm sure they're going to get that.
Well, I think they've done a brilliant job here, rising to the occasion. They're playing the quarterfinal and have scored or managed to score 109 in just 12 overs on this very difficult track, mind you. Oh, that is hit hard. That is out of the park. What a hit.
Well, one batter plays the spinner exceptional, the other one plays the fast bowler. He doesn't have any mercy on it. That's Snake Mohammed. Now, he has taken the lead over Anwar now. He moves on to 58. Within this carnage, we didn't realize that Snake Mohammed, well, he's crossed his 50, but what a tremendous partnership this has turned out to be. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, spot on, Hasim. We're on the verge of seeing a big total. 115 for no loss just in the 13th over. He goes big. Has he got the connection? No, he hasn't. He stopped it. That's gone to the boundary. So adding salt to the wounds. This is not good stuff from Brickwork development. Straight away we can see under some pressure.
But it was a mistimed shot. Nothing going in their favor. It was an easy catch. A sitter put down. Irfan, you've just let your skipper down. You've just let Manpreet down, who would have given you that breakthrough that was needed. It would have come long back if Fayaz would have held it.
Yeah, they dropped Nayak on 27 and now they've dropped Nayak on 58. Slower delivery. That is where you need to bowl, and that is the variations which you want to see from the medium paces. They've been rather bowling too short, too quick. I think they've missed a plot here, Asim.
4.3 overs. They've managed to hit 62 runs. Last 4.3 overs. They have 58 after 8 overs.
Well, carnage is the exact word I would like to use here. Absolute carnage. Once again, trying to go big, Anwar, not getting the connection. Well, Manpreet, he's clearly having an off day, usually very economical with his overs, but has gone for plenty already, given away 39 runs and still has got a couple of deliveries to bowl. How well have these two batted? Mind you, it's the all-important quarter-final, putting a lot of pressure at this star-studded side of Brickwork development. Nicely bowled right in the block hole, so good comeback delivery.
54 runs in the last 3.5 overs. This has been amazing batting here. Great comeback from Naik and Anwar. That partnership is certainly turning out to be very, very Naik here for Gems Education.
Well, absolutely awesome, and considering the wicket playing very low and the quality bowlers lineup which they have, Saqib Manshad, Hari Barwal against the light of Shahbaz Ali. Has he picked that up once again? And this time he takes it.
No mistakes and no margin for making mistake. A relatively tougher catch, but he made sure that this time he didn't let the bowler down. And looks like he has hurt himself as well in the course of taking that catch. That was a slower delivery, trying to take the helicopter out, but not enough fuel there in that helicopter.
Good delivery, picking up a wicket on his last delivery, and the fielder, I think he's done some damage to his knees. What an innings. Once again coming in from this man. He's been absolutely brilliant. He'll have to go. Gems Education are 121 for the loss of 1 after 13.
For one, and finally a sigh of relief that the brickwork development would breathe here. That's Israr coming into the act, coming into the attack, and he'll be bowling some spin as well. And almost hitting it straight to Mayank. Was a half tracker. Not an ideal connection from Anwar.
Yeah, I think he will be a touch disappointed not getting that connection. Opportunity was created, but lucky for Israr, didn't go for a boundary on his first delivery. Coming into bowl at a very tricky situation at the 14th over, when Anwar is looking $1 million in the middle. Good delivery, that ball keeping low. So Daud will open his account with a single.
Well, I hope Israr and Fayaz are not twins. They look so alike. Brothers playing in the same team.
I think they might be cousins. Well played. Guided towards the third man. And that is no stopping. That is going towards the boundary. So Anwar, he's seeing the ball beautifully. He's absolutely middling everything. Used the pace of the bowler and guided it towards the third man for yet another boundary.
Well, love the fact that how he generates power with that late cut is something which is exceptional. You don't see any batter playing late cut to play it with that sort of a power that will go all the way towards the boundary.
Well, that is a very good point you make here, Asim. And especially seeing the outfield of Sharjah Stadium, it's very much on the slower side. So, spot on.
Well, worrying signs here for Brickwork development. They'll need to bat their skins out here. And in fact, they need to bowl their skins out for the remaining 6 overs. That's going to be very crucial.
Yeah, what they'll need to have to do is they'll have to keep picking up wickets to stop the acceleration of the runs. Because otherwise, if they play out these 20 overs, we're looking at a daunting total here in the all-important knockout game. Israr is already given away 7 runs.
Daud trying to launch one that's up in the air. And that's been taken comfortably by Shehbaz Ali. He makes no mistake. So, wicket falling in the first over of Israr. He bowled it at the right channel. Daud trying to force a big hit. And that amount of turn, forcing the ball to hit the upper part of the bat and skying it up in the air. A mistimed shot will result in dismissal of Daud. Departs only for a single. Second wicket down, another positive sign, another development for Brickwork.
Right then, the new man walks in is Hamza. What an excellent turnaround, picking up 2 quick wickets. Brick development. Israr picking a wicket in his very first over. Excellent delivery, straight up to the new batsman and no damage done. So, a good over comes to the end. Gems Education are 128 for the loss of 2.
So talking about the individual score, the highest individual score, it's Sagar Kalyan leading the chart here, 105 not out of 40 deliveries, Anwar Khan 103 of 53, Salman Shahid 81 or 58. So just 2 centurions in the tournament so far speaks about volumes of how challenging surfaces have been, especially post rains here in the United Arab Emirates. Things have been a lot tougher for the batters. Conditions have been very difficult for the batters to survive. Still, you could see Sagar Kalyan and Mohammad Anwar and all the other batters who have put in those big totals to have them in the ranks. Well, to talk more about it, joining me in the box is Abdullah Mazhar. Abdullah, welcome back.
Thank you, Asim. Another single taken towards the long off region. Anwar looking in supreme touch.
Well, he's continuing from where he left in the previous game. What's going to be crucial is how Brickwork development, they've put a finishing touch to the first innings here. I'm a firm believer of momentum. Team that carries the momentum on their side after the end of the first innings has a slight upper hand. Even if you've conceded about 180 runs, I just believe in momentum.
Certainly, Asim. At the moment, Anwar is playing a sheet anchor role. And another quick double taken. Beautiful running by these batsmen.
Well, anchor is to steady the ship. But he has not only steadied them, but he's also made sure that his anchor has enough amount of gears that he's kept on changing. That's something which is phenomenal, and you don't see that coming through. Meanwhile, a mistimed shot in the air, but in the gap as well. Want to come back for 2. This is brilliant stuff.
It's good to see Anwar running like, he's just come into bat. He's a very fit athlete. Taking doubles whenever required.
Well, would love to see him run a marathon here in UAE.
Certainly, Asim. I'm sure he'll win.
Not sure about winning, but he definitely poses a lot of threat to the athletes who are professional runners.
I am sure. There's no doubt about that.
Well, one thing that's clear here is that Mayank Chaudhary has struck. He has got better of Hamza. He was trusted. He was given an opportunity to come in, bowl again. And that's exactly what he has done. Bowled it fractionally slower. He was into the shot at least 15 minutes earlier than what he should have. And sees and Brickwork development would be happy to see his back. 4 of 5 for Hamza. He could have been a lot more dangerous than what his score says. 133 for 3. Ahmed Khalid is a new batter, a tall right-handed batter. Now he can pack a punch and he can hit a few. He doesn't need time. That's his quality. Off the back foot. Couple of runs and comfortable with that misfield from Manpreet. So end of the third quarter of the first innings here. 15 overs gone, 135 for 3. Israr, after a successful first over, will continue. And look at that. That's a very unique style of being displeased. Even the umpire liked it. Cameraman, focus karo.
That was a very close call. Look at Anwar Khan, you beauty.
Anwar should be praying that memers are not watching this match. He's going to create a meme material out of that.
I'm sure it's on the cards. You could see this on YouTube anytime.
That should be given as a award. Yes. That's a confirmation from the umpire. I think that was a pure error in judgment there from Anwar. He thought it's a wide. It was well within that guideline that the umpire refers to. I'll have to wait for the signal of the umpire there. It looks like it has taken... Oh, it has taken nothing. It has gone straight through, and we're missing it completely. So he'll have to re-bowl that one. A couple of runs in the form of extras being conceded here by Israr.
Israr struggling after the first beautiful over ball, taking a wicket.
Nicely swept away there. Shabazz putting in that chase. And look at Anwar. Wow, his running between the wickets is something to admire for. This is absolutely gorgeous to see. The way he's running after 15 overs is something which is commendable. Oh, nicely played. He had all the time in the world to go onto the back foot. Again, this is tremendous stuff. I have no words to explain the running between the wicket of this man, Anwar Khan.
Next level fitness. You can't ask better than this. This is modern day cricket for you.
Hit straight back, past the bowler, looking for that second run again, but now gauging that the fielder had collected the ball well before he turned. Definitely not charging for that one. Tremendous level of stamina that this man possesses. It's not that it's still winter here. We are almost stepped 1 foot into the summers. That's it, nicely in the air and taken. Yes, we praised him, but we praised him for his abilities, his running abilities. Now, in order to up the ante, in order to get some runs, quick runs, trying to go after Israr, but there was a fielder man in that area making sure that that was taken comfortably. Wajid Khan making no mistakes, and that's the end of Anwar. What a beautiful knock. 3 sixes and 4 boundaries in that innings of 61 in 49. What a brilliant innings that comes to an end. Mayank will continue. So the last 3 overs have brought in 3 wickets. First one of Dawood Ijaz, the second one of Hamza, the third one of the set batter, the dangerous Anwar. Drilled it away from the long off fielder. They'll have to come back, and they do come back for the second run.
Again, good running by both these batsmen, fresh legs. And Ahmed, as we all know, he can hit the ball very big.
Well, tries to hit it big. There is a fielder in the deep. Saqib Manshad will cover it off, and just a single coming through. They will try to up the ante and get as many as possible. There is no limit to the maximum amount of runs to score here. They would want to get as many as possible and put the opposition, especially their openers, under pressure if they finish on a high.
I am dead sure 175 is on the cards. Let's see how much they can bag. A good shot to start with, Shahid. And great bowling by Mayank. A good comeback over.
Off the back foot, punches it down for a single. That's a very decent comeback here from Mayank. In the last 11 deliveries, he's just conceded 11 runs, despite going for 16 in his first over. I think that's a very positive comeback from him. Hit it straight at the bowler. He did a decent job, but wouldn't stop the batters from coming through. That single, that was hit hard. 17 gone, it's 148 for 4.
What a delivery. Came back to him very sharply.
Well, Israr, his third scalp, well, that spun a mile. He was into the shot way too early. Ahmed will have to walk back. Not the best of the outings there, but it was a chance for him to put the icing on the cake here for Gems Education, but departs at a very wrong time. They are picking up wickets now, and they are talking business. Brickwork development. Half the side back in the pavilion at 148. Well, certainly coming in at this time where the runs, where the boundaries and sixes are required, not sure how much of an impact that Sajid Iqbal can create here. He's someone who prefers to bat at number 3, number 4, who can be the anchor and who can play a second fiddle to any innings. We'll have to wait and see, can he step into the shoes of a finisher? Trying to chop one outside the off stump. And umpire indicating that you shuffled way too much. That was within the reach. That's the indication there from Kashif Billah. Sweeps it straight to the fielder. Shy at the stumps. Maybe would have been close. Not to be so. That's a poor bit of throw there from Saqib Manshad. Lot would have been expected that he would have had a Shahid the stumps somewhere close, and I think Shahid would have made sure that he walks back to the pavilion. That was a close shave, Ahmed Abdullah.
Certainly, a good throw would had him.
$149 for 5. Well, what just happened there? Excellent amount of turn for Israr, getting an inside edge, and then just hurried onto the wicket keeper as well. But this has been an exceptional over. He's got wicket in every over that he's bowled.
Yes, he's bowling on a very tight line, spinning the ball, and that was a close call, the last delivery.
A very, very good delivery. Now, this is poor stuff. This is poor fielding. Neither the cover fielder moved, nor the backward point fielder moved, and they managed to come back for 2. As simple as that.
Poor cricket, Asim. That's the only thing I could say. Poor cricket. You've been bowling so well in the last few overs, so you need to back your bowlers.
Well, you have to ensure that those runs which were leaking, that has been stopped, that continues. Meanwhile, what a shot off the back foot, punches over the extra cover region, and they'll manage to come back for 2. So Sajid Iqbal is not someone who would generate tremendous power. However, you can expect some finesse from him as far as he's out there. 18 gone is 154 for 5. Shahbaz Ali. It looks like they've been pretty successful with the spinners in the second phase, or rather to be specific, in the final quarter of this innings, and they have really bounced back well here. Excellent development from Brickwork.
Certainly, Asim, another good shot. Oh, what a catch!
Oh, what a catch there by Manpreet. Out of nowhere, plucking it out of thin air. And this is exceptional. Looks like he just put his hand in the air to stop the ball, and then he got it in the second attempt. Wow, you don't create these moments quite often here, and when you do, you ensure that you have a smile on your face and you celebrate. And that's exactly what Manpreet has done to get rid of Shahid Bhutta, out for 2 or 4, and he'll be livid. Muhammad Ali, not the boxer but the cricketer. He'll have to pack a punch for sure.
154 for 6. Shahbaz, he is known for some death bowling, some excellent death bowling. And that's one of the reasons. Right in the block hole, but a slower delivery that dipped right in front of the batter. Good running, managed to come back for the second run. Harry couldn't do much about it. He was steaming in from deep mid-wicket. And the batters, both being fresh legs, he managed to come back for the second.
Okay, then last 10 balls left in the first innings.
Here comes Shahbaz once again. Bowled it slower. Enough time, but great effort in the field. And that lifts the spirit of the entire team, isn't it? Those blinders, those catches being pulled off in the thin air, that takes the entire spirit to the next level. Look at that catch once again. It was hit with power. He just tried to stop the ball from passing him. And look at the reflex. Kept his eye onto the ball. Manpreet, one of those moments that you can put it on reels. Good delivery. Very good delivery. Just playing around with the slower ones there.
Great bowling by Shahbaz, the champion bowler. Very experienced, especially in the death overs.
He has a very, very deceptive action. He doesn't look that quick, but he is very quick, I'd say. Very quick. Kept wickets at him. Here on turf wickets, it's relatively a lot easier, but in cement, he is not easy to deal with. Just like that. Using the surface, ball keeping low, and rolling his fingers over that ball and ensuring that he doesn't let the batters get any more runs there. He was through the shot and ball didn't bounce to his liking. Shahbaz striking, 7 down for 158. Shahid Nawaz, new batter, last ball of the penultimate over. Again, the ball keeping low on that occasion. And will just be a single to finish off the 19th. With 6 balls to go, Gems, they are struggling. 159 for 7. Mayank into the attack, starts off with a single. Remind you, they were going so well. We were looking at 182 at that rate of scoring at that equation when Anwar and Naik Mohammed were batting at a brisk pace. Now if you look at the score, well, he's picked it up in the gap, and they'll manage to come back for 2 at least, if not more. Yes, they'll have to settle for that second run. Well, they played well, they recovered well after a bad power play, bounced back in the second phase, and then all of a sudden, there was a question posted by Brickwork Development out of syllabus.
all credit goes to Israr taking those 3 vital wickets at the right time.
Well, certainly that question of Israr was out of syllabus question that we were referring to. Absolutely brilliant in that spell. They weren't anticipating the ball to turn that sharp because they didn't experience that off the surface, but Israr kept on bowling slow. That's up in the air. Bottom hand in place, and in place is the fielder who puts it down. And that's a rare phenomenon as far as Shahbaz is concerned. You don't see him dropping catches, but that's one of those occasions where he would want to request the cameraman to not focus at him.
That was a sitter, Asim. That should have been taken.
Oh yes, I think some subconscious mind thinking about that boundary rope was always in his mind. Trying to capitalize Sajid Iqbal. Now, Shahid Nawaz says, I don't need a helmet for the last ball. I'm going to send this out of the orbit. I need clear vision. Let's see how clear does he get it without the helmet. Well, he did get a clear vision, but not a clear connection. Just a single of the last ball. 166 for 7 is what Gems have managed in their allotted 20 overs, and I'm sure they would definitely not be satisfied the way they were cruising after 10 overs. Yes, if you talk about power play, yes, they'll be pretty much satisfied with the way they are at the moment, but not after the 10 overs mark. That's how the batting card panned out. It was Naik Mohammad who topped the chart, 63 of 36, who was given a life by Fayyaz Ahmed, and Anwar, who gave him able company, opening the innings alongside with him. 61 of 49 for him. And then after that, no significant contribution that could add value or that could get them to that 180 plus run mark. And that's something which they would want to forget about and give it a fresh new start to the second innings. And talking about the bowling, well, things didn't go right there up the order, except for one man, that was Saqib Manshad, who was absolutely brilliant there with the new ball. 3 overs, 11 dot balls, 19 runs conceded. Harry came into the picture. He just couldn't add much value. He was taken for runs tonight. Shahbaz picked up 2 wickets, but it was one man who stood out there. Man, the question out of syllabus, Israr Ahmed. 3 overs, 3 wickets, 21 runs conceded, and at the right time, at the right occasion. It's the big quarterfinals, and he has helped his team to restrict the opposition to 166 runs in the allotted 20 overs. Just 7 extras in that, and that's something which is a very positive sign. What we'll do is we'll dive into a quick short break, and once we are back, there will be live action of this second quarterfinal here from the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Don't go anywhere. It's Brickwork Development chasing 167 in the second half.
Well, good evening and welcome back, viewers. We're all set for this all-important chase in the second quarterfinal here in the Bukhatir League 30th edition. 167 required in 20 overs. The required run rate is 8.35. What an excellent comeback by Team Brickwork Development. At one point, Gems Education, they were looking so good. They were on the verge of posting a huge total, but credit needs to be given to the bowlers of Brickwork Development, pulling things back nicely and have got themselves rather modest target on this ground. 167, they will take it any day. Right, then we're all set and in readiness for this all-important chase. Hamdan Tahir, a very explosive man on your screen. Loves to play his shots very early on in the innings, and that is exactly what he will be trying to do today. Try to give his team a good start, play his free-flowing strokes. This is going to be a very good contest. Straight away we can see a defensive field setup. Shahid Nawaz will be handed over the new ball duties. He's got that deep square leg in place and a deep third man. So here you go, ball number one. Right on the money. Excellent channels to start off. And joining me in the comm box will be Abdullah Mazhar. Welcome, Abdullah.
Thank you, Awais. A very good start by Nawaz. Right on the money. Ball dipping back in a bit and carefully played by Hamdan, the opening batsman. A very technically strong batsman, Hamdan.
Yeah, he's proven in his past. He's been amongst the run scorers and he's been one of their prolific batsmen. They will need his services today. Shuffling across the stumps, nicely playing it. So a good start by Shahid Nawaz, bowling in that excellent length. That is what you need to do when you're bowling with this new ball. You don't want to be trying too many things. Just keep it simple. Get your basics right and bowl fuller. Let the batsman make the mistakes.
Certainly, Awais. To get wickets, you need to keep it on that tight line so that the batsman can make mistakes.
Nicely driven. Not getting that sweet spot off the bat. A very quiet start here from Brickwork Development. Well, Abdullah, I wouldn't mind this target of 166 considering this wicket keeps very low, especially in the second innings. It gets very tough to bat and play your strokes freely. You need to play with the straight bat, going across the line, playing anything across. It's a very tricky situation. We'll have to see how it goes.
Certainly, Awais. I'll get back to you after this ball.
Flick towards those pads nicely. He's got that protection in the deep. So Hamdan Tahir will open his account with a single.
Awais, we need to learn from the first innings. Naik and Anwar had a very slow start. They got into the groove, watched the ball carefully and started hammering the bowlers in the middle part of the innings.
Another very fine and explosive batsman on the screen, Sapandeep Singh. A very destructive batsman. Possesses a lot of class and does usually open the innings for his team. Oh, what a peach of a delivery. That has taken Sapandeep by surprise. That was an absolute jaffa.
What a delivery. Absolute ripper that took off the wicket.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a slip coming in. Straight away we can see Nawaz getting that nice outward movement to Sapandeep Singh. And that's going to give a lot of encouragement to this young fast bowler. The captain opting to have a rather defensive approach. Brilliant delivery. Excellent bowling. A great over comes to the end. Brickwork Development, 1 for no loss. Hazrat Bilal will be sharing the new ball. Another very talented right arm medium pacer. Does have that knack to move the ball both ways. That is what makes this man on screen very special. Got that slip in place straight away. Watchfully played. Hamdan Tahir. A very sedate start. He can afford to play out a couple of overs. They're not chasing a huge total. We're expecting to have an absolute thriller this game. These scores are very tricky, especially when we're playing in Sharjah Cricket Stadium. The wickets do keep low and has some variable bounce in the initial overs. We'll have to wait and see how the wicket plays as the day go by. Well ball once again. I think there was no backup. That is what the fielder is signaling. Perfect start here from Gems Education. Just the 1 run given and we're into the second over.
Great bowling by Hazrat Bilal. He's bowling according to his field. The field is set according to his bowling outside the off-stump channel.
Yeah, that is the quality of this man. Hazrat Bilal is amongst the wicket takers, usually does pick up early wickets for his team, and that is exactly what you need from him tonight. Pick up wickets for your side and win this all important counter, an all important quarterfinal. Comes down the track, trying to hoik that towards the mid wicket, not getting the connection. So clearly we can see Hamdan Tahir. He's taking his time. He's not middling the ball as of now. Sapani Sikh played a couple of deliveries and is yet to be off the mark.
Great start by Hazrat. He's keeping the ball, outside the off stump and making the batsman play.
Well, Brickwork Development, they were simply phenomenal with the ball earlier on in the first innings. Didn't give a boundary in the last 5 overs. That is exceptional. Swing and a miss. Opportunity was created. It was a wayward delivery. It was short and wide, and Sapandeep Singh just rather trying to play that slog, not getting the connection. As I was mentioning, Abdullah, how prolific once again have Brickwork Development been in the bowling department, giving away no boundaries in the last 5 overs. That is simply exceptional.
This is exceptional bowling, and this is Sharjah for you. You can come back in the game anytime, and that was disciplined bowling by Gems.
Well bowled once again, bowling in that right channel. So no slips when he's bowling to Sapandeep Singh. A very sedate and a quiet start. Hamdan and Sapandeep, they'll have to just show some patience and some calmness in the middle. They just don't want to throw away their wickets and get frustrated. We're just into second over. We know this new ball does have the tendency to jag around, and both these batsmen have been rather watchful. Just a couple of 2 runs given. And we're into the second over. Oh, nicely drilled towards that long off region. What a hit. That will give a lot of confidence to Sapandeep Singh. What a way to get off the mark after 2, 6 for no loss. Wants to continue. What a shot. Dancing down the track and has placed that to perfection to get his first boundary of the innings. What a great hit.
What a cracker by this champion batsman Hamdan. A beautiful shot. Comes down the wicket. Sweep, cover drives it to the cover region for 4 runs.
You're just bowling a bit fuller on that occasion. And Hamdan, we know he's very strong in those areas. Anything in his range, anything in his arc, and he'll dismiss you from your presence. And that is exactly what he did in the last delivery. So a good start to the over. Hitting a boundary in the first delivery of the over. That's cut away uppishly. And that's going to go for yet another boundary. So Hamdan, who started off shakily, is now on the move, back-to-back boundaries and putting a lot of pressure straight away on Nawaz. Have a look at that shot.
Beautiful shot by Hamdan, makes room and hits it over the cover region for 4 runs. He loves that cover region. He's very strong over there.
Well, absolutely, Abdullah. And I like the intent of this young man. He never tried to play that along the carpet. Always wanted to hit over the cover fielder. And that is what makes him a special and a very aggressive player. Is now definitely middling the ball and making use of this power play. That is exactly what you need. Get those early runs on the board. You've got a good deep batting lineup. Have a good start and lay the platform for your batters to come. Well, saw him dancing down the track and bowled that way on that offside channel. That will be called a wide.
Certainly, Wes, Hamdan is spoiling the line and length of the bowlers.
Well, clearly we can see Hamdan Tahir. He's putting that pressure on Hamdan on a couple of occasions, dancing down the track and hitting it towards that cover region. So excellent start. Good comeback delivery, good variation and good running. Excellent stuff from both these youngsters. So after hitting those boundaries, have picked up a single, and that is what you need to see and it's what you love. Hitting those boundaries and then picking up a single.
I think always he should have gone for the run out. I think there was no backup that made him stop.
Yeah, that would have been a close call, but the fielder opting not to throw. I think there wasn't any backup, so it was the right call. You don't want to be giving any overthrows from here onwards. It's already a big over. Sapandeep Singh is on 4 in 5 deliveries. Perfect delivery. Excellent line and length. And watchfully played. He's not trying to hit those big shots, those false shots. He's waiting for those bad deliveries and playing to the merit. A very good start for Brickwork Development.
Certainly, Uwais, it's a very good comeback delivery by Nawaz, going for 10 runs in his first 4 deliveries.
Yeah, you need these big overs early on in the game to put some extra pressure on the opponents. Right in the block hole. Shy the stumps. Oh, that would have been very close. And no backup. We were just mentioning about that throw when he never threw that. And have a look at that occasion. No backup. Going for that run out and has given away 4 extra runs, or rather 5 extra runs.
That was a close call. He had to take it to get these set batsmen out. But those extra runs might hurt the team.
Well, I think the fielder, he did a fantastic job. He did the right thing, trying to go for that run out, and that was a goner. So a brilliant throw by the fielder, but no backup, and giving away 4 very valuable runs early on in the innings, and that too coming in the form of extras. So already a very expensive over coming in from Nawaz. Swing and a miss, and that will be the end of a very successful over for Brickwork Development after 321 for no loss. Right on the money. Good bowling here by Hazrat Bilal. Is targeting those stumps and bowling those fuller deliveries, using the new ball to its full potential. A very expensive last over we saw coming in from Shahid Nawaz. He bowled a very good first over, gave a good start to his team, just gave away 1 run. And the last over, that was an expensive one, 15 runs coming in the third over, putting Brickwork Development into a very good position early on in the game.
Certainly, Uwais. Those 2 beautiful shots by Hamdan made him, spoiled his figures.
Oh, what a shot. That slashed away towards the point region. No stopping that. That was struck with some fierce power. Sapandeep Singh has announced himself. He's raced on to 13. Have a look at that shot.
What a beautiful shot. 1 bounce over the point for 4 runs. Sapandeep Singh, you beauty.
Well, after a very sedate and a slow start, Brickwork Development have managed to score 25 now. He's just into the 4th over, so they will be very pleased with this start. That is what you require from both these openers, and they'll have to carry on from here onwards. Full toss delivery, hammered, 4 runs again.
Beautiful. Hazrat Bilal is losing his line and length, and Sapandeep Singh making the most of it. What a beautiful shot.
So back-to-back boundaries, a very bad delivery, full toss, and easy pickings. All he did is he just used the pace and slashed it hard towards the point region for yet another boundary. So Brickwork Development are now dealing in boundaries. An expensive over last we saw from Shahid Nawaz and Hazrat Bilal bowling 2 very wayward deliveries. That first boundary, bowling that short delivery, giving a lot of width. And this was just easy pickings, bowling a juicy full toss. He's not going to miss out on that, Sapandeep Singh.
Straight away some field change. Long off is back.
Good delivery. Clearly we can see Hazrat Bilal rolling his, or rather, using his wrist. That's a very good slower delivery.
Certainly, Owais. There's a change in the field. Long off and square leg are deep. Third man is in the circle.
Yeah, he'll have to keep wicket to wicket. We have seen he's been a bit off colour in this over. Hazrat Bilal is giving a lot of room and width. And both these batsmen, they're very strong in that offside areas. Oh, that was a narrow escape. On any other day, that would have got that inside edge and chopped on back to the stumps. But lucky, Sapandeep Singh, he survived 17 runs and 12 deliveries. So he's on the move. Hamdan on the other end. We saw a couple of blistering boundaries coming from his blade. And in this over, Sapandeep Singh is turning this into a big over. You don't want both these batsmen to start off with a flyer. Oh, he's knocked him over. What a delivery by Hazrat Bilal. That ball jagged in and jagged in late. What a wicket coming in the form of Sapandeep Singh. I'll have a look at that delivery. Perfect delivery, kept low, and Sapandeep Singh had no clue how to go about that. Look at that, jubilant is Hazrat Bilal picking up his first wicket and a much required one. Sapandeep Singh, who was looking very dangerous in the middle, will have to depart after scoring 17 in 13 deliveries. Brickwork development are 29 for the loss of 1. Right then, there was a very eventful last over. We saw a couple of boundaries coming in from the blade of Sapandeep Singh. And then that excellent in-swinging delivery kept low and getting the better of Sapandeep Singh. Muhammad Ali has now been introduced from the Sharjah Cricket Academy and will be bowling the 5th over of the power play. Perfect delivery. Right on the money.
A beautiful start by Muhammad Ali. After pitching, it swung a bit away from the left-handed batsman towards the short third man area.
Well, the new man has walked in, is Mayank Chaudhary, another very explosive batsman. He's an absolute destructive machine. If he stays in for 6 or 7 overs, he's going to take away the game from the opponents very quickly. And that is the class which this man possesses, Mayank Chaudhary. Perfect delivery. So very good start by the youngster Ali. Putting in those perfect channels. Not giving any room whatsoever to Hamdan Tahir.
That was a very beautiful delivery, well pitched, and kept it on a very tight line.
That is what you want to see from these bowlers. Just keep it wicket to wicket on that fourth stump channel, not give any room or width to Hamdan. We know he's very strong in that offside area. Anything in his range, he's going to punish you. Make some room, and excellent delivery and chance. Oh, that was a very close call, and overthrows yet again. Once again, there was no backup. Fielder doing the right thing, trying to go for that run out. We'll have another look at that. Excellent throw, very powerful throw, but I think the batsman made it safe. And once again, I think the captain is not going to be pleased with that effort. No backup. You don't want to see any extra runs being leaking. Not defending a very huge total here. Every run is important. Mind you, it's a very important game. It's a knockout quarterfinal. Dances down the track and not getting the connection once again. Hamdan Tahir.
Unlucky Hamdan. Otherwise, whenever he charges out, he normally finds a boundary.
Yeah, I think Gems Education have done a pretty decent job keeping things quiet. Otherwise, we know what an explosive start he usually gives to his side, Hamdan Tahir. They've rather kept things quiet as of now. Just 13 runs rather than 15 deliveries. They'll take that any day in the power play. Perfect delivery. Using this wicket to its full potential. We know if you bowl in the right areas, there is a lot of pitches in this track, and that is what this young man Ali is operational with.
A beautiful slower one, a off cutter. Hamdan couldn't read the off cutter.
Top quality bowling we're witnessing in the form of Ali, just giving away 2 runs in the 5th over of the power play. So excellent bowling. Terrific. Absolutely brilliant. What an over. 2 runs only coming in the 5th over. 31 for the loss of 1. Very disciplined start when it comes to the extras column, giving away just the 1 extra. So just some time back, I was praising this man on the screen, Mayank Chaudhary. Technically very sound. Very free-flowing batsman. Got that aggressive approach. Good delivery right onto the stumps, and Mayank Chaudhary will open his account with that single.
Very well bowled by Hazrat, and Mayank is off the mark by a quick single towards the square leg region.
We'll have a look at that delivery. That was a peach of a delivery. After being hit for a couple of boundaries, Hazrat Bilal has struck gold. Sapandeep Singh, very dynamic and a destructive batsman. They'll be very glad to see his back so early in the innings. Perfect delivery. They will go for a quick single and they will succeed in doing that.
Always finally some backup.
Exactly, Abdullah. That is what is required. These are rather basic things which you need to do. Mind you, it's a very important game. It's a knockout game, so Gems Education will have to bring out the A game tonight. They've been absolutely phenomenal throughout the tournament, and they'll have to hold their nerves and take this game to pick up early wickets for their side. They've already got 1 pricey wicket in the power play. Oh, nicely slashed. No stopping that. What a hit coming in from the blade of Mayank Chaudhary.
Absolute carnage. That has been smashed towards the point for 4 runs. Hazrat Bilal can't believe that.
Well, that was full and a lot of width given on that occasion. And have a look at that beautiful flow of the blade. And he screamed that to the point region, getting his first boundary of the innings. That's going to give this man a lot of confidence. A very free-flowing batsman, likes to play his strokes, doesn't bog down. That is what you'd love to see from these champion batsmen. What a good comeback delivery. Perfect length, perfect line, and equally well played by Mayank Chaudhary after hitting that boundary. Has taken a single and given strike to his partner Hamdan.
That is good cricket all around. A boundary, after that taking a single, and a good comeback by Hazrat Bilal.
Yeah, that is what you love to see, play a calculated innings. Just hit those odd bad deliveries, wait for the opportunities, not try to hit too many shots. Brickwork development have managed to score 38, but have lost 1 wicket in the process. Oh, he's bowled him. Hazrat Bilal, you beauty, what a ripper. He's got a big fish. Hamdan Tahir trying to slog that and send that to orbit, but have a look at that delivery coming wide of the crease and bang on. What an absolute peach of a delivery. Look at that. He's got his side into a very good position, getting a big wicket in the form of Hamdan Tahir, who will have to depart after scoring 14 in 19 deliveries. The score stands at 38 for the loss of 2. Right, then Israr Ahmed is the new man, comes in to bat at number 4. He was absolutely brilliant with the ball earlier on in the first innings, picking up 3 wickets for his side and brought them back in the game. He's got a huge responsibility now with the bat, and that is what he's known for. Hazrat Bilal, take a bow. What an absolute peach of a delivery that was, getting rid of Hamdan Tahir. Oh, what a delivery. Right on the money. Excellent delivery to the new batsman. A very successful over comes to the end. Power play done and dusted. Brickwork are 39 for the loss of 2. Right then, Mohammad Anwar Khan has been introduced from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end straight away after the power play. What a brilliant knock once again. He played under pressure, scoring a half century for his side. He was looking on the verge of converting that into a big one. But has once again risen to the occasion, has got a job to do now with the ball. Good start. Straight away we can see the ball just spinning a little bit, keeping a bit low. And that is what these bowlers of James Education need to do. Just lower their pace, bowl wicket to wicket. And the wicket will play its role. Good start. Very good first up, couple of deliveries coming in from Anwar. Very smart bowler. He's got those variations under his sleeve. Doesn't give you any bad deliveries. There you go, good delivery. Perfect length. Always makes you think as a batter. You should stay in your crease or come down the track. Perfect length to be bowling, especially to the likes of Mayank Chaudhary. Short delivery, that's been hit hard towards the mid-wicket region. Protection in the deep.
Good bowling by Anwar. He's a very skiddy customer, keeping it right outside the off-stump channel.
Very good over as of now, given away just a couple of runs. Has rather kept things quiet once again. Very good delivery, tossing the ball up, inviting the batsmen to play their shots. Very watchful start here. Just the 3 runs given. Anwar would love to finish strong. Oh, that was an opportunity, may say, was short and wide, and Israr will be very disappointed missing on to that. After 7, Brickwork development R42 for the loss of 2. A good successful last over coming in from Anwar, giving away just the 2 runs. And Ali, have a look at that, giving away just a couple of runs. Been very smart with his variations. Kept it wicket to wicket, hardly given any room to these batsmen. And as we speak, we have a change in the comm box. It will be Asim to join us back. Welcome, Asim.
Thank you, Wes. Relatively tough start here for Brickwork Development. They're trying to build in a partnership now. It's matured worth 6 runs at the moment. They're chasing 167. There is always that scope of bouncing back from here. We've seen how the opposition did, but you would not want that required run rate to jump above 10 or get closer to that 11 and over mark. There has to be some sort of overs wherein they need some runs here, quick fire runs. Mayank trying to show some signs of aggressive intentions here. That's exactly what is required. You need to put the bowler under pressure and let him think, let him make that mistake, and that's where you cash on those errors that he would make in his line and length and get your boundaries that you require here to cover up that required run rate. It's hovering at 9.7 at the moment.
Perfect delivery, banging in short, holding that off cutter and ball just holding up into that wicket, completely taking Israr by surprise.
I think they have to come out with a positive mindset here to get those boundaries. One of these 2 batters need to play with a clear mindset that they need to go after runs. There is Fayaz Ahmed to follow. Yes, we know that. There are decent batters up waiting. Rahul Chopra being one of them. Oh, that's poor stuff behind the stumps. They'll get 2 extra runs here.
Yeah, that was a very good delivery. Yeah, I think what they'll need to do, Asim, is they'll have to keep their wickets intact. We know they've got a very strong batting lineup. They've got that depth. So what they'll need to do is wait for that one big over, get those 15-20 runs and take the game from there. They're not chasing a huge total. They're just chasing a modest target, 167. They'll take that any day on this ground.
But I would have loved to see Wajid Khan come out. Meanwhile, it's an effort being put in by Hazrat Bilal, but he didn't have any hands onto the ball. Again, that was drifting down the leg. Leg by signal by the umpire, Akbar. Well, good to see him here in the domestic circuit.
Yeah, he's a very experienced umpire, carries a lot of experience on his shoulders. And on that occasion, Mayank Chaudhary, he got that opportunity to rather flick that towards that fine leg region, but failed to do so, getting that leg by. He'll be very touch disappointed on that. Similar delivery, that's in the air, and very lucky, not going into the hands of the fielder or the keeper.
Well, that's a decent comeback here from Ali. A couple of runs, a couple of extras in this over. Well, I think Mayank has to take the charge himself, because he's someone who can hit the ball cleanly. He's someone who can go big if required. He has to change gears. It has to come in now, else it will get on to the other batters who would feel the heat.
Well, it cannot happen because Mayank will have to walk back. What a delivery there from Ali. That's how you make a comeback. Right up there in the block hole. Bat not coming on to, coming down in time. And a perfect delivery. He was bamboozled with that one.
Well, how do you play that delivery? That is a very tough delivery for any opponent, or rather any batsman in the world. It's a big fish. Mayank Chaudhary will have to depart after scoring just the 8 runs and 11 deliveries with 1 boundary. So the score stands at 48 for the loss of 3. And then there's a change in the bowling. It will be Ahmed Khalid. The right arm off break will be operating from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end. And Asim, you were just mentioning in the last over regarding Mayank Chaudhary. He needs to play that aggressor's role and just got that unplayable delivery. That was too much to ask for right in the block hole. No answers to that delivery. Excellent bowling by Ali.
That was a beach of a delivery. He was bamboozled. He wasn't expecting that, because all this while in the previous 11 deliveries, he slightly bowled the back of length once, and that was out of surprise. He wasn't expecting that, and as a result, you could see the bat coming in a fraction too late, and that was enough to sneak through.
Absolutely. That is some smart bowling coming in from Ali. Got that very important wicket and a very at a very crucial stage of this game. Good single taken. Any more wickets falling from here onwards is going to get very tough for Brickwork development. The run rate is increasing over by over. Fayaz Ahmed, he's just walked in. Another very explosive batsman, likes to play his shots. I have to see how he operates. That's in the air. Protection in the deep will allow them to come for a single. So a good start here by Ahmed, giving away just the 3 runs. And an ideal situation to bowl. Israr, he's just played the 7 deliveries on 6. Fayaz has just walked in and he's going to bowl to a left-hander. So I think he's going to love it from here onwards.
Brothers out there in the center, can they turn out to be brothers of destruction? Is a question that they both need to answer.
Wayward delivery, absolutely awesome. We'll have to wait and watch how they will go about their game tonight. Mind you, once again, it's the all-important quarter-final. They'll need Fayaz Ahmed to score some runs for his side. Good shot. Cut away nicely.
Well, Louis, when was the last time you saw 2 brothers playing in the same team, one batting right-hander, the other one batting left-hander?
Well, honestly speaking, Asim, I can't recall. That is the first time I'm seeing. Well, if you remember, maybe you can just mention.
Well, the men in red, Andy Flower, Grant Flower, brothers playing for the same side, Zimbabwe. And they were that combination, right hand, left hand. And used to bat up the order as well. What more of a coincidence do you need?
Well, they were both great servants of the game. Quality players for both the brothers. And Ahmed is doing a pretty decent job for his side. Just the 6 runs. And excellent delivery to close the over. After 9, 54 for the loss of 3.
Right up there, missing that block hole mark fractionally. Was trying that beauty once again. Negotiated nicely there by Israr. Fayaz will have to stand up to his reputation, to his name that he has made here in the domestic circuit, who can turn it around. Look at that dismissal of Mayank. Wow. A dream delivery for a fast bowler right up there. And you really can't negotiate. You don't have time to negotiate with the bowler there.
Absolutely awesome. And what a sight for a fast bowler, knocking out those stumps, and that too of Mayank Chaudhary, a big fish. We know how destructive he could have been if he would have got going tonight. But he had to depart early.
Oh, that's an inside edge going straight to the keeper's hand. I think the bowler would be fractionally lucky, I'd say, because Fayaz is very strong on the offside behind square and he loves to exploit that area. 55 for 3 after 9.2, slightly under 6 and over, but that's something which will keep on bothering them. And you can see a lot of changes in the field happening. A lot of proactive approaches being taken here by the senior players of GEMS Education, namely Dawood Ejaz, and this has been swiveled around. Fielder putting in that chase. Very well done there by Anwar. You can't keep him out of the game, can you?
Well, he's a very prolific all-rounder and a very gun fielder as well. Got those fresh leg, young man is he. 57 for the loss of 3, way into the 10th over. They'll need to score some big overs from here onwards.
I think, yes, they need it. They need it, and they need it now. It has to come before it slips away from their hands. It's not an easy wicket to get going. Just like that, it keeps those awkward deliveries, they keep low. And as I said, if dew doesn't settle in, it will get worse. And that's exactly what's happening here.
You know, we can see the dew now taking a toll on this ground, and they've been very disciplined with their bowling, Gems Education. They've kept in the perfect line and lengths. They've frustrated, rather, the batsmen of Brickwork Development and kept on picking wickets in regular intervals, and that has rather put the brakes on the acceleration of the runs.
Making full use of those slower ones, those cutters off the surface where the ball is trying to slow down a bit. And doing it nicely. Again, shied the stumps, but no damage whatsoever. The single is what he'll settle with. I think one of these two, they have to take responsibility. They have to take the onus on themselves and try to get as quick runs as possible here. Forget putting a price tag on their wicket. It's just about going 3, 2, 1, boom, against the opposition.
And certainly, Asim, and Fayaz Ahmed, we know he's been into these situations early as well and has that ability to clear these long boundaries. They'll need his services tonight.
That's wrapped in front, and umpire thinks that's drifting down. Well, when we come back after the break, we'll have a look at that one. 10 gone, it's 58 for 3.
Right there after 10, Brickwork Development are 58 for the loss of 3. It will be Nawaz to continue proceedings, giving away 16 runs in his couple of overs. Perfect delivery again, varying his pace and good running, pinching a single. So all 3 wickets taken by the medium paces have read the wicket so well, bowled in the right areas and have gotten their rewards, picking up 3 wickets in a span of 10 overs and putting the team in a very good spot. We'll have a look at that close shout. I think, yeah, that's drifting down towards those pads, and a good decision once again by the umpire. One of these batsmen now will definitely have to play the aggressor's role. I think in the drinks break, they must be having certain plan or a strategy how to go about this innings. Short delivery, have a look at that. That ball just completely got held in the surface, and that is not required. That is sloppy work in the deep. Regulation take, and has given very valuable 4 runs. You don't want to be leaking runs from here onwards.
I think it should have done a very decent job. Poor effort. Oh, overrunning on that one. Should have been a better result. I think a right move coming in, especially when you're struggling against the fast bowlers. Why not continue with the fast bowlers? This is where the opposition lacked. Brickwork Development couldn't understand the situation at that time. It's Shahid Bhutta and not Shahid Nawaz, mind you. 63. I think they have to quickly press the SOS button.
Yeah, they've applied pressure on Brickwork Developments, but the last couple of deliveries, giving that 4 runs, overrunning it, and now a single taken keeper just not taking it cleanly. So 5 extra, or rather free runs given. You don't want to be releasing pressure on both these batsmen who've had a very sedate start.
Well, that's been flicked away straight to the fielder, making no mistake. Hamza holds on to it, and it's the big fish, Fayaz Ahmed, who will have to depart. He has a cool head on his shoulder there. And Hamza making no mistake whatsoever. There was space on offer. Fayaz loves to play and exploit that area, but was held onto the deep by Hamza. So number 4 down here, and Brickwork Development, they are struggling.
Right there, another very destructive batsman has walked in the middle, Rahul Chopra. Fayaz Ahmed playing that flick shot, got a decent connection, but hitting it straight into the throat of the fielder in the deep.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot to get off the mark. It's in the gap. I think the slowness of the track. Just not able to get the right timing on that occasion, Chopra. Well, played it in the right area, but not getting the ideal result that he was looking for. That slow outfield coming into the rescue for the bowler as well. Going at the exact 6 and over, but that's not enough.
What a great shot that was to open your account. Looks like he's batting from the last 10 to 15 overs. He's just walked in and absolutely medaled that. That will give him a lot of confidence.
Certainly. Not sure about last 10 to 15 minutes. for last 10 to 15 deliveries, but it feels like he's batting. He's continuing his form from the last 15 days that he has carried in the D50. 11 gone, 66 for 4.
Ali to bowl out his spell has simply been exceptional once again. Have a look at that delivery. Banging in short, wearing his pace, and the ball once again holding into the wicket. Israr not reading that delivery at all. Well, Asim, if there's one man who can change the complexion of this game, it's the man on the running end, Rahul Chopra. He's one man who's got that ability to clear these boundaries with utmost ease. What a destructive batsman he's been in the last month or so.
Well, one of the big challenges that he might face here, I'm talking in support of the bowling side here, is the fact that he's playing on a different track. It's not the same tracks that were there available in D50, where the ball was coming onto the bat easily. 50 overs, 350 runs being chased down. It's not the case. And that's a contrasting sort of a wicket here at the Sharjah. And you need to really apply yourself, spend some time and then go berserk. That's exactly what Gems did, and they capitalized into that opening partnership, which was slow initially, but they did well.
Pulled away nicely towards the square leg region, will be just a single. Well, yes, Asim, completely agree with you on that. Israr is having a very sedate start. 14 and 15 deliveries, clearly struggling. We would want Rahul Chopra to stay in there for the next 5 or 6 overs and take this game as deep as he can. He just have to be very careful. Just try to play straight, not to play across the line. We know this wicket keeps low. Nicely dug out.
Well, getting tougher here for Brickwork development with every ball that passes by. Trying to try his luck there, Israr, with the change of bat. Maybe if that can come to their rescue, or it is this man who has to come to their rescue. A specialist number 5, number 6 batter in the domestic circuit over the period of time, and also has debuted for the UAE as well. He'll have to pull a miraculous knock to get them through to the semi-finals. Else, Gems, they already have 1 foot there. Got a hand to it. Will that just be a single nonetheless?
Well, I think they've done their homework right here as Gems Education. What they're trying to do is bowl short at Rahul Chopra. We know how destructive he is. If you bowl anything in his range, in his areas, with those fuller deliveries, he'll absolutely dismiss you from your presence. And Ali, he's done a brilliant job. He's bowling those short deliveries, those bumpers, and slowing his pace, making life difficult for Rahul Chopra.
Well, I love that when you say dismiss you from your presence. I love it always. That's one way of warning the bowler.
Excellent delivery once again. Hurrying on to the batsman on that occasion. They will scamper for a single. So an excellent spell coming in from Ali, giving away 15 runs and picking up a wicket after 12.71 for the loss of 4.
Again, correction there, it's not Nawaz, it's Shahid Putta, continuing from the Bukhatir, or rather from the SCA end. And the required rate is just climbing up.
But they're doing a brilliant job reading the wicket perfectly here, the bowlers of Gems Education, not giving any pace whatsoever, slowing their pace, bowling those off-cutters, leg cutters on occasion, and have made life very difficult for these batsmen of Brickwork Development. Already picked up 4 wickets. It's getting tougher and tougher over by over.
Again, getting the toe end of the bat. It's not helping. It's just not helping. He definitely helped when they were bowling. Israr came out with that magical spell where he picked up 3 wickets. But now that magic needs to be there with the bat.
Well, Israr, he's already played 19 deliveries and has managed to score 16 runs. I think he's just not reading the variations of these medium paces, and that is what's the difference. You need to pick those slower deliveries, those variations from the bowlers. Read the bowler's hand rather. Has failed to do so.
Well, again, just not able to read the bowler. And the bowler has definitely read the trajectory and has sighted the ball through the thin air. It's a bit hazy, it's a bit foggy here. But for the Gems, I think they are playing like a gem.
Well, that was in the slot, right into the slot, and an opportunity was created, but he's hit that straight in the air and has lost his wicket in the process. So Israr will have to depart after scoring 16 in 20 deliveries. The score stands at 71 for the loss of 5. Right then, Brickwork losing their 5th wicket. They'll have to do a lot of work from here onwards if they have to get anywhere closer to that target. They've lost half their side already, and credit needs to be given to these medium paces. They've been absolutely phenomenal, kept the ball in the right areas and have gotten their rewards. Once again, beautiful delivery. So clearly we can see from the last 6 to 7 overs the plan and the strategy of these bowlers of Gems Education. All those short deliveries and kept varying the pace. They've read this wicket to perfection and are using it to full potential. These wickets are always going to put brakes onto the runs, the acceleration of runs rather, Shahid. That's in the air, and a very lucky escape for Wajid, who's just come into bat when his team needs a lot of big overs from here onwards. This is getting very tougher for Team Brickwork Development. Had a very sedate and watchful start, but kept on losing wickets in regular intervals. Or drilled down the ground. He's got that from the middle of the bat, but he's got that fielder straighter on that long off position. So once again, a very good and a successful over has come to the end. 73 for the loss of 5.
Shahid Nawaz will be operating now from the Bukhatir end. And he cleans up Rahul Chopra. What a first up delivery in his next spell. Through the gate. And Rahul Chopra had no clue. Wanted to go inside out. Angling the ball in. Nipping in sharply. And goes through the gate. Rahul Chopra departs. And fading are the hopes of Brickwork development. Gems Education are on a roll. New man in, Shehbaz Ali. Well, he has the potential, but the situation demands exceptional hitting here. Both of these batters are capable. Now it's a test of their capabilities. It's a test of answering to the situation and handling the pressure. Nicely tucked around the corner and will be off the mark with a single. Shahid Nawaz, 1 for 17 in his 2.2. 93 required of 40. Taking it on full and hitting it straight to the long off fielder. Well, Wajid, I was pretty surprised not to see him open the innings. He is generally an opening batter and an aggressive opening batter, over-aggressive, I would say. And he'll make sure that he'll park the game aside with his aggressive batting. Just not getting the batter in the right position, I believe. Still 91 required of 36. Heroics is something that is required. More than heroics. More than hitting. Wajid, I'm not sure whether he got a chance to look at the batting of Travis Head today. But if he did, he needs to ensure that he gets into his shoes. Again, a hoik towards mid-wicket, just not able to get connection. Now, with the amount of pressure, with the toughness of the wicket, it's just not coming out to the bat. It gets even more worse. And I think with the kind of batting lineup they had, they should have believed that this was within range. It's just that played very defensively, especially with the new ball. Ball to go here in the 14th. It's 77 for 6 now. Oh, good shot. Wide of that long off fielder. Daud Ijaz will cover it up and it'll be a single to finish over number 14. It's 78 for 6. A hoik towards mid-wicket. Shahid Bhutta operating. And a couple of runs here added to the tally. Time to introduce Abdullah back in the com box. Abdullah, final passage of the play. Required run rate at 15. What do you make out?
It's getting tougher for Brickwork and very disciplined bowling by Gems. They have played amazing cricket so far. Shahid Nawaz streaming in. That's been hit over the square leg boundary. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal. That was a beautifully picked shot by Shahbaz. And we'll have to have a look at that. I think it's one bounce over the rope for 4 runs.
Well, certainly that needs to be rechecked. We'll have to confirm that. Well, that's touch and go. Yeah, that was touch and go. Nonetheless, coming back to the reality, 81 required of 34. Can Shahbaz turn it around? Can he produce one of his best knocks at Sharjah? Well, with the wicket behaving this way, it's going to be next to impossible.
A very good follow-up delivery, change in pace. Ball came in after a pitch. $81 required of 33 deliveries.
Straight as an arrow, and looks like that's gone all the way. Shahbaz, well, he's showing glimpses of what he can do, and he needs to keep continuing, and the frequency has to increase as well.
What a shot by Shahbaz. He has just punched it over the long on boundary for 6 runs.
Abdullah, the required rate before this delivery was 14.7. After that 6, it has come down to just 14.1. Even a 6 couldn't change that equation by a fair margin. They need to strike big here.
Certainly, Asim.
They need to find a 25 run over from somewhere.
And Shahbaz is a batsman who could execute that kind of over. He could do that for you.
Certainly. Those days when he used to open the innings, you can actually relate back and wish he could produce that sort of a knock coming up and playing for a team like TVSL. He hasn't batted or opened the innings for a while now. However, he hasn't lost his touch. He has still gone ahead and given those finishing touches. The most important finishing touch is today. Can he provide it?
It's the end of the 15th over, 93 for 6. Brickwork.
Shahid Nawaz into his final over. Full toss. We'll have to wait for the decision of the umpire. Well, he says that was low, and that has been caught here by the fielder. Bowled Shahid, caught Shahid. Bowled Nawaz, bowled, caught by Bhutta. It was a low full toss. Well, a very good decision, I'd say, from the umpire. Spot on.
Certainly, Wes. Certainly, Asim, a very good delivery. That could have been thrown outside the park. He couldn't middle the ball, Shahbaz Ali.
Manpreet is the new man in, coming in at number 9 and gets off the mark on the very first delivery. Well, now getting off the mark is irrelevant. You need to make sure that you're making a mark here. It has almost slipped off from their hands. 15.6 required. When you see a side star-studded, bat deep, you would always have some sort of hopes. That hope doesn't vanish away. That expectation of a miraculous innings to come out from somewhere is always alive. This is excellent exploitation of the conditions here by Gems Education bowlers. They are known for their bowling unit. They are known for being very strong as far as the bowling side is concerned. And that's one of the reasons, no hesitation in what sort of wicket or what sort of conditions they are playing in. They prefer to bat first, put runs on board, despite not having a right momentum, right finish to the innings in the first innings. They made sure that they let the opposition feel that pinch with some exceptional bowling. That's a helicopter defense from Wajid. No shot cover in place and they'll get a single. Still playing that second field, or rather defensive approach here. Gems Education, and why not? You want to win the game. The margin doesn't matter. You don't carry net run rates to the semi-finals. All you do is a victory. With one step into the semi-finals, they are looking for those 3 scalps here. Or maybe some inside edge. Yeah. The decision will confirm. Hand doesn't go onto the leg. And it's run for Manpreet. So he gets on 2 of 2. 96 for 7. Let's have a close look. Oh, that was clear inside edge. No point in appealing. And with all 3 stumps visible, even if there was no inside edge, that was still drifted down. The ball to go here in the 16, 96 for 7. Very good finish to the spell here from Shahid Nawaz. He has been exceptional, going at 6 and over, picking up 2 important wickets, and just in the right time delivering for Team Gems. 7 down for 96. Zafar Raja coming into the attack. Bowls it slow through the air, and that has been played in the gap, and no support from the outfield as well here for the batters. Nothing's going in their way. .70 required of 23. Required run rate is 18. Get a Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma here. They did it in the match against Lucknow Super Giants in the IPL game today. Well, there are three different types of variations that Zafar Raja bowls: slow, slower, and slowest. And I really can't judge which one was this. There can be some trump card deliveries that can be named as backbreakers. Ball keeping low, just not going in their favor. Well, nothing to do with the toss here, to be very honest. Gems winning the toss, they wanted to bat first, that's what they did. Brickwork development, they anyway would have wanted to field first. But if this is the kind of consolidation they wanted in the batting, well, certainly lack of plans. Oh, Wajid. Oh, Wajid. You wouldn't want to see that replay. You would certainly not want to see that replay after going home. Oh, I have no words to explain. 5 of 9, very unlikely Wajid Khan. But that's the reality. 8 down for 99. Left-hander replaces a left-hander. Batter replaces a bowler. Harry Barwal comes in at number 10. A cracking looking shot. But straight to the fielder. Bowlers kept changing. Batters kept changing. The only thing that didn't change the fortunes here for Brickwork development. I'll see another variation coming in from Zafar Raja. 99 for 8 after 17. Hazrat Bilal into the attack. It's 99 for 8. That's down the leg side. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal there. It's wide signal by the umpire. And that will bring up 100. Yeah, came in a fraction too late. "17 overs, 100 for 8. Well, I reckon the way Gems batted in the first innings was something that was exceptional. Inside edge, not carrying to the keeper. Hazrat Bilal, well, he has 2 wickets up his sleeves. He got rid of one of those players who could have changed the game around single-handedly, Sapandeep Singh. And that wicket certainly set the right tone there to apply continuous pressure. Didn't leak boundaries and very disciplined bowling. And if any of those domestic teams, they're listening, a team that needs to be looked upon at the moment is Gems Education for the kind of quality bowling, the kind of rotation of the bowlers that have been applied here by the skipper is something exceptional. That's skied up in the air. Chance for the wicketkeeper. He's calling for it and he'll take it. Number 9 departs. Hazrat Bilal picks up his 3rd for the night. And there is nothing, there is absolutely nothing Gems Education can do wrong here. The slow ones going in the right areas, pitching in the right areas, landing in the right pair of hands as well. Number 9 down for 100. Manpreet departs for 4 of 6. And they are in deep, deep trouble.
And then the new man walks in is Saqib Munshid. He was exceptional with the ball early on in the first innings, but has come to bat in the 18th over when his side is 9 down and this game is done and dusted very much. Hazrat Bilal, once again, the pick of the bowlers, picking up 2 early wickets, and that too of Hamdan Tahir and Sapandeep Singh, both very destructive batsmen, getting them out early in the innings. Fuller delivery, full toss. Hazrat Bilal will definitely look to pick up his 4 wickets and have his personal milestone. He's been brilliant throughout the tournaments, has been amongst the wicket takers, and once again has delivered in an all-important quarter-final. It's a knockout game, mind you. And Gems Education have played really well once again and are on the verge of winning this game and cementing a spot in the semi-final. Kept low, nicely played by Saqib Munshid. So 2 more deliveries for Hazrat to pick this last wicket. It will be Harry Barwal on strike. Didn't have a very good outing in the first innings with the ball. Usually does pick up wickets for his side, but today was just an off day for him. All those 3 overs went for plenty. Well, credit needs to be given to the captain of Gems Education. using 6 bowlers who bowl medium pace deliveries, and they were absolutely phenomenal, using this wicket to its full potential. Right on the money, but nicely played, flicked away towards the mid wicket region. Will expose Saqib Munshid back on strike. Well, Brickwork development. They're a very talented side. They've got some gun players in their team. They'll be taking a lot of learning from this game. Gems Education just played better cricket and are on the verge of winning this all-important quarterfinal. Well bowled and nicely played. A polite inquiry by the bowler. And that will be the end of a very good over and a very good spell by Hazrat Bilal once again, giving away 24 runs, picking up 3 wickets after 18, 102 for the loss of 9. Zafar Raja, the skipper, to continue. He bowled a pretty decent over, picked up a wicket in his very first over. Will be bowling the penultimate over of this innings. Good deliveries, hit that straight in the air, and that's been taken. Zafar has picked up a second wicket, and with that, Gems Education have won this all-important quarterfinal. Have a look at that. Jubilant is Anwar picking up, rather catching that easy catch. And what a victory for Gems Education, cementing their spot into the semi-finals. What a clinical performance once again. A champion side they are. They were simply phenomenal. First with the bat and then with the bowl. Let's go through with the batting scorecard. It was the 2 openers, Hamdan and Sapandeep. They looked very promising, but then it was Hazrat Bilal who bowled them beautifully, getting the better of them. Mayank Chaudhary couldn't really contribute. Israr Ahmed was looking good, was caught and bowled. It was then Shahbaz who scored 18 runs, and 8 extras were given, and they were bundled out, not playing out the 20 overs, scoring just 102 in this all-important quarterfinal too. Right then, some very good spells were bowled. It was Nawaz bowling out his quota of 4 overs, 11 dot balls, 24 runs, and picking up 2 wickets. It was Ali who bowled 4 overs and given away just the 15 runs, picking up a wicket. That's simply exceptional. Shahid too chipping out with 2. Zafar, also the captain, picking up 2 wickets, giving away 3 runs in 1.1. But the pick of the bowlers for tonight was Hazrat Bilal, getting his team into an early good position, bowling 4 overs with 13 dot deliveries, 24 runs given, and picking up 3 important wickets for his side and ensuring they reach into the semi-final. Right then, that's the match summary for the quarterfinal number 2. It will be Gems Education won the toss and elected to bat first. Managed to score just 166. It was Nayak who played the aggressor's role in 36 deliveries, scoring a blistering 63, followed by Anwar, 61 runs, 49 deliveries. But then it was Israr. He bowled well, picked up 3 wickets, giving away 20 runs. Shahbaz also picking up a couple of wickets. Brickwork development, a very sorry-looking scorecard. Shahbaz was the highest score with 18, but have a look at that bowling figures. Hazrat Bilal, he was absolutely phenomenal once again, bowling out 4 overs, 24 runs given and picking up 3 wickets. The captain Zafar, he enjoyed his outing, picking up 2 wickets, giving away 3 runs. Nawaz too bowling a very good spell, picking up 2 wickets, giving away 24 runs. So Gems Education has won this game comprehensively and have reached to the next round, which will be the semi-final. A very good and a comprehensive performance by this champion side, Gems Education. Right then, don't go anywhere. A short while, we'll have Asim downstairs with the post-match presentation.
Sound check. Ready? Three, two, one, cue.
It's time for the post-match presentation of the 30th Bukhatir League T20 powered by FanCode. Firstly, I would like to thank Sharjah Cricket and its administration in making sure we have a tournament of this level, and also would like to thank our sponsors, our official streaming partner and powered by sponsor FanCode, our event partner TCM, and our support sponsor rsook.com. Now, this was the second quarter-final of the tournament played between Gems Education and Brickwork Development, and after winning the toss, electing to bat first, well, a seesaw of a performance, but at the end of the day managing to secure a victory and a spot in the semi-finals. Winning the game by 64 runs did Gems Education. Now, I would like to introduce Mr. Tehseen Javed, the match referee, to the post-match presentation party, where he'll be handing over our Sook Player of the Match award to none other than the man who scored 63 runs of 36 balls, Naik Mohammed of Gems Education. नेक, पहले तो ये बता, मैंने आपका नाम सही प्रोनाउंस किया, क्योंकि कोई लोग आपको नेक बुलाते हैं, लेकिन बैटिंग करते हुए आपके इंटेंशंस बड़े नेक नहीं होते ऑपोजिशन के लिए। कोई कोई आपको बुलाता है नायक, तो प्लीज़ इस पर क्लैरिफाई करें ज़रा।
जी जो मेरा नाम है वो नेक मोहम्मद है, तो मुस्लिम मुस्लिम मतलब बुलाते हैं नेक या नायक, वो चलता है सब ये चीज़ें।
अगर नायक बुलाते होते तो मैं तो ज़रूर कहता कि खलनायक परफॉर्मेंस की आज। विकेट आसान नहीं थी नेक, किस तरीके से प्लान कर रहे थे? बिकॉज पावर प्ले अच्छा नहीं गया था आपका, इंटेंशंस आपके काफ़ी क्लियर नज़र आ रहे थे। अनवर काफ़ी स्लो हो गए थे एक दौर पे, लेकिन क्या चल रहा था आप लोगों के दिमाग में, क्या डिस्कशन चल रही थी?
मैच से पहले हमने विकेट देखा था, विकेट देखने में अच्छा लग रहा था कि बैटिंग विकेट है तो मतलब रन अच्छे होंगे, तो जब विकेट पे गए तो विकेट थोड़ा सा स्लो था, बॉल रुक गया था, तो प्लान फिर यही था कि बाहर से आया क्या कि मतलब विकेट पे स्टे करें, लंबा जाए तो इंशाल्लाह बोर्ड पे रन आएंगे, तो वही हम लोगों ने किया। पार्टनरशिप अच्छी लगाई है तो इसलिए हमारे बोर्ड पे रन अच्छे हैं, तो ये बेनिफिट हुआ है।
वेल, अक्सर देखा जाता है कि शुरुआत में अनवर फास्ट बॉलर को उतना कन्विंसिंग नहीं होते जितना आप होते हैं। कोशिश ये करते हैं कि स्ट्राइक आप रखें। आज भी वही देखने मिल रहा था कि स्ट्राइक जब भी आपको मिल रही थी आप एग्रेशन शो कर रहे थे, लेकिन कुछ इंस्टेंसेस पे हमने देखा कि वो रन उतने फ्री फ्लो नहीं लग रहे थे। उसकी क्या आप ज़्यादा पावर से जा रहे थे या इज़ जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ द डेस्परेशन?
विकेट था पावर प्ले में, एक होता है हमारा कि मतलब दोनों में से एक ने मतलब स्ट्राइक लेना है, उसने चार्ज करना है, तो ताकि सर्कल में रन अच्छे आए। आज विकेट वैसा नहीं था कि मतलब हर बॉल पे चार्ज किया जाए, मतलब बैटिंग विकेट से ट्रैक होता है वो नहीं था, तो इसलिए फिर वो करना पड़ता है एक आदमी को विकेट पे रह के, तो फिर हम लोग दोनों ने किया मिलके, तो इंशाल्लाह वो अच्छे रन आए हैं।
वेल, जब 167 एक टाइम पे लग रहा था कि आप लोग 180 क्रॉस कर जाएंगे या 200 तक टच कर जाएंगे, लेकिन जब 167 तक कहीं टीम नर्वस थी?
नहीं, स्कोर बोर्ड अच्छा था विकेट के लिहाज से, ये 167 था, रन बहुत अच्छे थे, क्योंकि विकेट ऐसा था कि मैं बॉलर को सपोर्ट कर रहा था, स्लो विकेट था, तो हमें अपने बॉलर पे काफ़ी बिलीव था, अच्छे बॉलर्स हैं, तो उन्हें माशाल्लाह डिलीवर किया है, तो वो आपके सामने ही है रिजल्ट।
वेल, इस परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में क्या कहेंगे?
जी, ये मैं अपने चीफ साहब को डेडिकेट करता हूँ, तो वो बड़ी सपोर्ट करते हैं टीम को, लड़कों को बहुत सपोर्ट करते हैं, स्पेशली क्रिकेट को बड़ा सपोर्ट करते हैं, तो ये उनके नाम है।
चलिए, ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट, एक अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस देखने मिले सेमीफाइनल्स में।
थैंक यू, इंशाल्लाह।
Well, that's it from the post-match presentation here of the quarterfinal number 2. We'll be having the quarterfinal number 3. That will be tomorrow live here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Same time, same place, but with a different level of intensity. Until then, do take care of yourself and good night.